Hi, my name is Daniel, and I'm going to be playing and reviewing Persona 4 Golden for PC for Design Tools class for Full Sail Online. The reason I chose this game is because I played Persona 5 before and I really enjoyed it. And although I have not finished this game, Persona 5 before, I definitely wanted to get into Persona 4 to see what it would be like playing this game as well. And so far, I can say it doesn't disappoint. There's definitely a lot of aspects of this game that come from previous Persona games that I could see have translated into Persona 5. Um, but there's aspects of this game that I will say are definitely not in Persona 5 as well. I could definitely say that this game is not for the difficulty shy. Um, I've been playing this game for almost 6 hours now, and it's one of those games that I would say um, definitely have a difficulty curve. If you're not into games that are difficult, I would say this is not the right one for you because even at lower difficulty settings, this game is up there in difficulty, especially in the beginning hours when you have less items and less levels under your belt. This is definitely one of those games that are way more difficult than you could give it credit for. And another thing is that you'd think that this is the kind of game that's mostly an RPG, um, but here's the thing: is that there's definitely a very large social sim aspect of this game, and if that's not what you're into, this is not the right game for you. Um, the social sim aspect really goes hand in hand with the rest of the content, and if you skip past those parts, you're not going to be able to enjoy this game to the fullest potential that it can live up to. Um, I do like that all the characters have full voice acting, and I prefer the Japanese with the English subtitles, as you can see. Um, so that's a really great thing about it. And although this is a remake, and it didn't really have a large HD remaster or HD update besides from PS2 to the Vita, which is the original port that it had. Um, I don't really think it needs it because the game still holds up pretty well. Although the character models are a bit blocky, um, and you tend to see its age when it comes to that. But as you can see, the characters that come out on the screen and when they talk, the art is gorgeous. So I'm willing to look past that for a game that has pretty solid RPG elements, grinding, and social sim aspects. Um, Another one of the things that I would have to say that I disliked about the game is that it really doesn't hold your hand when it comes to learning how to take down the aspects of fighting because it's kind of like Pokemon. You have to figure out the types of enemies that you're fighting and what they're weak against because they really don't hold back. It's a very high difficulty curve. So I would say that's my biggest gripe about this game is that the difficulty is up there, and if you've never played this game before or played anything similar to it, you're gonna have a hard time at first. Um, they really don't hold your hand when it comes to it. So you have to figure out your type matchups, and then as well you have to play around with the different personas that you can get and create different ones that combine or mix together. So that's one of those things that are also, up there when it comes to what you wouldn't expect. The difficulty and the turn-based gameplay does get much better the more you play because you unlock more and more aspects and parts of the game that you didn't really weren't expecting from the beginning. So um, yeah, it's just one of those games you have to really play and play and play and really get at least, I would say, even 5 hours in, I feel like I'm missing characters and I'm missing different parts of the game that I haven't really gotten to yet because you unlock them later on in the game. So as you can see right now, I'm getting my butt handed to me, and I'm a pretty high level in terms of this boss. He's really taking it out on us right now. Um, so yeah, you got to be willing to be um, grinding and discovering how to play this game because even the smallest thing can give you the upper hand when it comes to this game. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it to anybody who's played JRPGs before or another Persona game and wants to get into Persona 4. It's definitely worth it. But if you've never played any Persona game before or a JRPG that's higher up in difficulty, I don't recommend it for those people. You really got to be the kind of person who is willing to grind and put in all the work when it comes to the social sim aspects um, in order for you to really get the most out of this game. I do really like the animation and art style of the game as well, though, because I like anime. So if you're into anime, this is maybe something I would also recommend it for as well, because the anime aspect looks pretty great. So yeah, thank you for that, for listening if you have been listening, or for whoever watches this video, instructors. If there are questions about how I did this or the criticisms, I accept it, and I thank you for listening.